Xander POV. That bitch is betraying my father and has been doing it for a year. She is no longer my mother and I hope I never see her again. But I know that will not be happening. Dad, I'm so sorry that she did this to you. We need to do something to stop her. You have nothing to be sorry for, my son. I should have known when I took a chosen mate, because my father insisted on it, that she wouldn't love me the way fated mates do. What mom is not your fated mate? How did we not know this? I look over at my brother, and he looks as shocked as I am. Thomas POV. I had searched for my mate till I was about your age, and when I turned 23 and hadn't found her, my father insisted I take a mate, or he would not give me the title of alpha. Like a fool, I wanted the title so badly I gave in, and my father chose me an alpha's daughter. When I met her, she was nice and quiet. She acted loving and sweet. In the beginning, I was happy with the choice I made. After we were mated for a very short period of time, she got pregnant with the two of you, and I was thrilled to be a father and to have pups who would one day take my title. Everything changed after you were born. She started to think she was better than everyone. She would parade the two of you around and was cruel to the other members of our pack. I tried to correct her many times, but honestly gave up, hoping she would change. We never really reconnected after that, but I had chosen her, so we stayed mated. I always stayed faithful to her, because I knew the pain she would feel with my infidelity. She has not loved me in a very long time, or maybe never, but I never thought she would be this cruel. Why would the other times over the year feel different, Emma? From what I can gather from my own experience, different levels of sexual experience intensify the pain. So today, she must have had sex fully with someone else instead of just fooling around. I can't believe this. Who would she have been with? I say more to myself than anyone in the room. When I look at my sons, I can see how hurt they are, and it bothers me even more to see their pain. Zane and Xander, you are the best thing that ever happened to me in my life, and I wouldn't take anything back, because I wouldn't have you two, my sons, come over and hug me just as they release me. I get a link from Serena asking me when I will be getting home. That bitch is acting like nothing happened. I look up at my family and tell them she is looking for me. Zane POV. I can't believe my mother would be such a vindictive whore. Don't get me wrong, she has always had that I am better than you attitude, but I overlooked it because she is my mother, but I have no more forgiveness for her. She is no longer my mother. When my father says she is looking for him, I want to shift and find her. Tell her to come to the pack hospital that you got sick. What are you planning to do when she gets here? I don't want you to hurt your mother. I know you're angry with her, but I don't want you to regret doing something like that. Sarah is holding my hand. I have no intentions of killing her, however. She is no longer my mother. I look to Xander, and he nods his head in agreement. I want her to come. I think you should reject her, and maybe the moon goddess will grant you a second chance, mate, that you will be fated to. I plan on banishing her from our pack and your home, unless you don't want that. No, I do. I am done with that evil woman. I want to reject her ass right now. Good, because I don't trust her one bit now that we know what she is capable of, and all these years she has been pushing us to take chosen mates. My father tells her to meet us at the pack hospital, and she says she will be right here. Serena POV. SHT. I got caught up in the moment and power from Chase, and I let him fuck me, forgetting that Thomas would feel it fully. I normally just get what I need, but I don't have sex. I know he feels the fooling around, but it's not as intense now. He is at the hospital, and hopefully has no idea about the pain or what caused it. I don't love him, but he did give me my boys. I was made to be married to an alpha and a B Luna. When my fated mate turned out to be a gamma, I rejected his ass so quick and made my father find me an alpha to marry. I knew about Thomas not finding his mate, so I pushed my dad to get him for me. He was always handsome and strong when we would see him at alpha functions, so I thought he would be a good mate. Turned out he wanted to treat his pack members as equals. I had hoped after time I could get him to see how we were better than the pack members, and we should treat them that way, but he never would change his mind. He was weak and caring. When we had 2 sons, I had hoped that was my chance to make them into strong, uncaring alphas, but instead they turned out just like my weak mate. I arrive at the pack border and the guard escorts me to the pack hospital, like I am some common visitor. I walk in, and a nurse takes me to my mate's room. When I walk in, I see my sons and their mates looking at me like I am an enemy. Then I look at Thomas and I know he knows. Fuck. Thomas POV. I look at this woman in front of me and feel nothing for her. After all, after what I learned today, I don't know if I ever loved her, but I hate her now. I, Thomas Conrad Wolfe, reject you, Serena Marie Wolfe, as my mate and Luna. I watch her grab her chest and fall to the floor. I feel the pain in my chest, but it is no worse than what I felt hours ago. You can't do this to me. I am your mate. Why would you reject me? Are you really going to say that to me, you whore, after what you have been doing to me for over a year? I wish I knew it then. But today you broke our bond. When you laid with another, I have been a good mate to you despite your evil ways. But we are no more. I will find my second chance at happiness, and you are nothing to me but the vessel that carried my boys. Zane comes to stand by me. Serena Marie Wolfe, you are banished from the Wildfire Pack and any territory associated with it. If you return, you will be killed on sight. I am your mother. How can you do this to me? I have done everything for the 2 of you, she says, looking at our sons. A part of me feels bad that she is losing everything, but a bigger part of me knows she deserves it. A warrior comes in and takes her by the arm. You will all regret this. I hope Chase destroys you all. Now, I know exactly who she was with, and every bit of empathy I have is gone after what she has just done to my children. You bitch. Xander grabs her by the throat, and I start to rise from bed when I see Emma approach him. Xander, let her go. She can't hurt us anymore. She has destroyed herself. I watch Xander release Serena and wrap his arms around his mate. I am so happy that my sons found the mates the moon goddess made for them. Serena is trying to catch her breath, and the guard picks her up, leading her out of my room. I smile at my family and finally have peace. Chase POV. I grab Serena by the throat after her admitting to fucking up my plan. You are no longer useful to me, Serena, and that's unfortunate for you. I can see she is trying to speak, so I loosen my grip just enough for her to spit out whatever she is saying. I can still help you, Chase. You can't do this to me. I am a Luna. I laugh. I was mated to a Luna, and look what I did to her. Remember, I have no more time for this woman. I snap her neck and drop her to the floor. I mind link Kevin, one of the warriors that followed me from the pack. I have made him my beta to come to my cottage when he arrives. He seems shocked by the dead woman lying on my floor. Take her body and dispose of it near the Wildfire Pack border. Make sure it will be found by the patrolling guards. It only takes him a second to compose himself. Yes, Alpha. Good, that's what I like. Obedience. Without question, he throws Serena's body over his shoulder and exits my cottage. I go to find the Omega I was with to finish my fun. Hopefully they will find that bitch by morning. I will kill them all by the time I'm done. I smile to myself. Thomas POV. I am lying in my hospital bed, trying to rest, but the events of the day are playing over and over again in my mind. I think about how lucky I am to have my children and now my daughter-in-laws. I suddenly get one short, sharp pain in my chest, and then it's gone. Everything is gone of my bond with Serena. I assume that means she is no more. My heart breaks for her selfishness, and that she lost everything including her life. I should wait till the morning to let the boys know, but who knows what that sick bastard has planned to tell them their mother's dead. I pick up the phone and dial Zane, and he picks up on the second ring. Dad, what wrong? Are you all right? I need you and your brother to come back to the Pack Hospital. I am fine, but I need to talk to you both. I'll grab Xander, and we will be right down. You're sure you're fine? Yes, I promise I am fine. About 20 minutes later the boys and their mates come in. I am sorry to disturb you guys this late. They all wave me off. Dad, you are never disturbing us, Xander says as they all take a seat. I am afraid I have some bad news about your mother. We have no mother, Zane says. I understand why you feel that way, but I still need to tell you what I felt a little while ago. I thought you said you were fine, Dad, Zane says to me. I am fine, but I had a pain in my chest earlier that was very brief, and I felt the bond completely break with Serena. The boys look at me confused. Maybe she accepted your rejection and is off screwing around with that bastard Chase, Xander says. I am afraid not. This is the kind of thing that happens when a mate dies. I can see that even though they don't want to, that news hurts them. I am sorry that this happened to her, even though I was angry for what she did. I didn't want to see her die. That bastard killed her. I know it, Zane says. I believe that to son. Now we just have to figure out how to stop him. Zane POV. We will increase the border patrol to make sure that he can't get into Pack territory without us knowing. We need to find his ass and end him. I will be sending guards home with you, Dad, if you insist on going back. My dad starts to protest. I am not changing my mind. I will not risk losing you. My father nods and agrees to remain in the Pack house until this is all over. I am happy he will be staying, and I can see the same relief on Xander's face when I look over at him. We talk for a few more minutes, and I can see Dad is getting tired. We all tell him good night and head back to our floors. Needless to say, Sarah and I are both exhausted, and we are out once our heads hit the pillow. At about 4 in the morning, I am waking up by a mind link from the patrol guards. Alpha, we need you to come to the border and bring Beta Xander with you. Why, what is happening? I can feel my anger growing at not being told what is happening. I am afraid we have found your mother's body at the south border. I can't believe it. I knew my father was right, but a part of me hoped he was wrong. I know it's fucked up after all she did, but my heart is breaking that she is dead. I won't tell my father that, but I know Xander feels the same way. I slip out of bed, trying not to wake Sarah. What is happening, Zane? I have to go to the border. Don't beat around the bush. Why do you have to go? I love her feistiness. They found my mother's body at the southern border. She jumps out of bed and wraps herself around me. I'm all right, love. I will be fine. You can try and lie, but you forget we have a bond. I know what you feel, though you tried to hide it. I can feel myself tearing up, and Sarah holds me tight for a few minutes. Do you want me to go with you? No, love. Xander and I are going to go. I mind link Xander to meet me downstairs, but I don't tell him why. Xander POV. I feel a mind link from Zane, and it wakes me out of sleep. I need you to meet me downstairs now. What is happening? What's wrong? Just hurry downstairs. Now, I am freaking out a bit. Why doesn't he just tell me what's happening? I slide out of bed and slip on shorts and a t-shirt. Emma is fast asleep, and I leave her a note that Zane called for me. I rush downstairs to find my brother. When I walk up to him, he grabs me and pulls me into a hug. Zane, you're scaring me. Please tell me what's happening. We need to head to the southern border. They found Mom's body there. I look at my brother and now I see that he has been crying. I know I should hate her, but she is still my mother. I can feel my own tears start to flow. I try to get myself under control. I don't want to push these feelings through the bond. We leave the pack house, headed for the border in silence. When we arrive, the men are standing around the body. When we walk up, she looks like she is sleeping, but we both know that is not the case. I reach down picking up my mother and Zane, and I walk toward the pack hospital, so we can store the body until we can bury her. We will tell our father in the morning, and he can decide if he wants to see her. Unknown POV. That's quite the turn of events. That Chase killed Serena. I told her not to go to him, but she just wouldn't listen. We could have figured out a way together to get rid of those two bitches. I knew he was a monster after all the stories we heard. I am not giving up, but I won't be going anywhere near that disgusting man. I value my life too much. I may be able to use Serena's death to my advantage. Maybe I can get back in the brother's good graces. Emma POV. I wake to find the bed empty. I am in a panic when I notice a note saying that Zane called Xander. Why the hell didn't he wake me? What could be happening at this time of the night? I link Xander, where are you? He immediately answers, I will be back shortly, precious. That is not what I asked you. Now answer me. We are at the pack hospital, and I didn't want to wake you. What the hell? I am on my way. Precious, you don't need to. I stop him mid-sentence. Like hell, I don't need to. You are in trouble when I get there. I cut the link and throw on a pair of yoga pants and a t-shirt. I rush to the pack hospital, and when I enter, Xander is waiting for me in the lobby. What the hell were you thinking, leaving and not waking me up when something is going on? Precious, there is nothing you can do about the situation, and I know with the pup you need rest. Don't baby me, Xander. We are partners, and I expect to be included in everything. As I say the last part, I can see tears in Xander's eyes, and I feel like a bitch for yelling at him when all he is doing is caring for me. I'm sorry, I just want us to do these things together. Why are you crying? What's wrong with Dad? Xander POV. I love that she cares so much. I am so lucky to have gotten her for a mate. I can feel the tears welling in my eyes when I think about all that has happened. I reach out and pull Emma to me. I know that we are supposed to be these big strong men that don't cry, but right now, I feel like anything but. Xander, please tell me what's going on. You're scaring me. I lift my head from her shoulder. I place my hand on her face. My mother is dead, Emma. I can feel her body stiffen and she begins to stutter. What, when, who, where? She is saying without finishing one thought. Emma, look at me, please calm down. I can feel your emotions through our bond. It's not good for our girl. She takes a couple of deep breaths, and we head to sit in the waiting room chairs. We found her at the southern border. Someone placed her body there. The Border Patrol alerted us about 30 minutes ago. Who killed her, Xander? Precious, we don't know for sure. Xander, you think Chase killed her, don't you? Oh my God, he killed her. I can see her start to shake, and I pull her into my lap. Emma, look at me. I take her face in my hands. This is no one's fault, but Chase's and my mother for involving herself with him. I am sad that her life ended, But I don't want to hear you blame yourself. For this, the tears in her eyes are gutting me. I want to see her. I don't know if that's a good idea, precious. Xander, I need to see her. I need to make peace with what he did to her. Does your father know? Not yet. We didn't want to wake him. We figured he could see her in the morning if he wanted to. She nods at me, and I lead her into the room my mother's body is lying in. We walk in, and Zane is sitting next to her bed. My brother's eyes are red, and I know he is saying goodbye to the mother we knew as children, just as I did. Emma walks over, placing her hand on his shoulder. She looks at my mother and takes her hand. I am sorry he did this to you, Serena. I wish things could have been different. I hope you find forgiveness and peace. She walks back to me, and I engulf her in my arms. Zane POV. It's been a couple hours since we brought our mother's body to the hospital. A nurse just came in and told us our father is awake. I am dreading telling him. I know what she did to him, but I can't imagine how he will react to actual seeing her like this. There is a knock on the door, and I can feel myself freeze thinking it's him. But Sarah walks in. She looks over with sadness in her eyes at my mother. When she reaches me, she wraps her arms around me, and I feel the first sense of peace I've had since we found her. Xander and Emma are asleep on the couch in the room. I shake Xander to wake him. Dad is awake. I think we should get this over with so we can have Mom's body taken care of. He nods at me, and we both walk for the door. Emma and Sarah sit down on the couch in the corner. We reach Dad's room and knock. We hear him tell us to enter from inside. Good morning, boys. You are here awfully early. He must notice the way we look because all of his happiness to see us fades away. What's wrong, boys? I was right, wasn't I? Yes, Dad, you were someone placed Mom's body at the southern border early this morning. Thomas POV. When the boys come this early, I know it's bad. I really had hoped I was wrong last night. Despite all she did, I would never wish that for Serena or the boys. Dad, do you want to see her? You don't have to if you want to. No, I want to see her for my own closure. She will always be the woman that gave me you boys. I get up and we walk together to the room. When we got inside, I see the woman I shared most of my life with lying lifeless on the bed. Can you all excuse me for a moment? They all get up and leave the room, and I pull a chair next to the bed. Serena, why would you be so stupid and selfish? You are going to miss everything for what? Your children are happy. That should have been enough. I hope you find peace in the next life and happiness. I reach down and kiss her forehead, saying goodbye to all those years, whatever they may have been between us. I walk into the hallway where my family stands. I would like her to be cremated as long as you boys agree. I don't want any stone to stand to remind us of what happened. I also want you boys to forgive her for her wrongdoings. Not because she deserves it, but because I want you not to hold onto to hate for her actions. Both my boys smile at me. I hug them both and return to my room. Zane POV. I will make arrangements for Dad's wishes to be carried out. I agree with him. Do you, Xander? Yes, I do. I want to remember her as the woman she was when we were little children. We begin to walk toward the pack house when I get a mind link from one of the guards on patrol. What the hell could it be now? Alpha Natalie is at the gate requesting to speak with you. What part of banishment is unclear? I know Alpha, but she says she has knowledge of Chase killing your mother, and she would like to help you stop him. Take her to the cells. I don't trust that she-wolf. Xander, we have a visitor. My brother and Emma look at me. Who the fuck is it now? That she-wolf. I banished Natalie. She wants to help us stop Chase because she knows he killed our mother. I hear Emma growl and Xander wraps his arm around her waist. That was cute, sister, but no need to worry, she is being taken to the cells till we can figure out her game. Let's get some sleep before we deal with her crazy ass. Zane POV. I am in my office with Xander, deciding what to do with that bitch Natalie, when there is a knock on my door. Trina, one of the Omegas, comes in with my breakfast that I never requested. I mind link Xander. What the hell is this about? I don't have a clue, but isn't she one of the girls you used to fool around with? I think she has been away visiting another pack. Oh, shit, he's right, great, another crazy she-wolf. Hello Alpha, I brought you breakfast, and I was wondering if we could talk alone, she says while looking at Xander with a smile. That will not be happening, I speak up, and she looks at me surprised. Was I really this easy before? I am going to make this perfectly clear, since you have been off visiting another pack. I have found my mate. Anything that happened between us was in the past, and will never ever happen again. You found your mate who and when? I don't owe you any explanation. We were not in a relationship, Trina. However, I will tell you that your Luna's name is Sarah Wolfe. She is Cassandra Johnson's cousin. Now, I need to get back to work. I am going to give you fair warning. You better be respectful of Sarah, or there will be consequences. No sooner did the words leave my mouth and my door opened. I know immediately it's Sarah, because no one else dare walk into this office without knocking. Hello, love, I say as she comes around the desk, eyeballing Trina all the way. Who's this Zane? I don't think I have met her yet, she says with a smile at me. This could go very badly if I don't get Trina out of my office. This is Trina. She has been away visiting family. She is an Omega that works in the house. I mind link Sarah, so there is no secrets between us. I have been with her in the past, but I was just explaining to her how that will never happen again. You are my one and only. That's good, but by the look of this one, she is going to be trouble. Oh, shit, she is going to handle Trina, I do believe. I look over at Xander, and he is enjoying this a little too much. I mind link him to shut the fuck up. He chuckles and I want to throw something at him. Sarah POV. Hi Trina, I am Luna Sarah, and Zane's mate. It is very nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you too, Luna, she says with a condescending tone. I believe we have an issue, Trina. Is that the case, or do you know your place? Excuse me, Luna, what does that mean? I would tread carefully with how you speak. I will be perfectly clear where you stand. I am not talking about your rank, I mean with my mate. He is off limits, so whatever happened between you previously is over with. If I ever see or feel uncomfortable with you continuing to work in this house, your time will be over here. I have done nothing wrong for you to treat me this way. You are correct right now, you have done nothing wrong, and as long as it stays that way, we will have no problems. Yes, Luna, she says. But I know she doesn't mean it. You are dismissed. Have a good day. Trina looks at Zane and turns, walking from the office. I turn to Zane. She is going to be a problem. I know, love, I am so sorry. I don't need you to be sorry, but you better watch her if she comes when you are alone. I love you, but I will not tolerate any slip-up. Zane stands. Get out, Xander, now. Xander gets up, leaving and locking the door. He picks me up and presses me against the wall. I can see his wolf is fighting to come to the surface at my insinuation. I see his eyes return to their normal color before he speaks. I made you a vow when we mated, and I don't appreciate you acting like I would betray you. I don't appreciate that whore in here, bringing you breakfast and looking at you like you're her next meal. I am the one that has to think about her touching you like only I should have. I can see that my words hurt him, and that isn't fair. He hasn't been anything but loyal and wonderful since we mated. I just hate the thought of that bitch having him. I'm sorry, Sarah, I wouldn't want to have to think about you with a male. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to act like a jealous girlfriend. You are my wife and have every right to be angry with me. I will have her moved to another place in the pack. No, you can't punish her for something that you participated in. But if she does anything inappropriate, all bets are off. Of course, my love, and I promise you on my life, I would never betray our bond. I kiss Zane and show him how much I love him. Trina POV. I leave for a few weeks, and he finds his fucking mate. I know I am not the only one he fooled around with, but I felt special he would always hold me after we were done. I was hoping since he hadn't found his mate, he would take me as a chosen one. I would do anything to please him, and I can give him a pup. Maybe that would get him to get rid of this Luna. We were just together before I left. I can tell him I have a pup in my belly, and he will pick me over her. I'm sure I can get one of the guys to have sex with me. I will find one of the Omega guys. They are easy to manipulate. I smile thinking about being the Luna and having Zane in my bed. Xander POV. About an hour later, Zane mind links me to meet him in the yard to head over to the cells. When he arrives, I can tell he is calm. Did you guys kiss and make up? You were right, not saving myself was a mistake and it's hurting my mate. Your mate is strong and she will stand by you. By the look on your face, I am sure you two are fine now. Zane slaps me on the back. You are definitely going to need to stay away from that girl and keep her out of your office. I will make sure the only conversation I have with her is with you or Sarah present. We walk toward the cells and the guard opens the door. When we get inside, Natalie is lying on the cot in the room. She hops up smiling at me. This girl will never change. Zane looks at me to start the questioning. So, Natalie, what do you want to tell us about our mother's death and how you can help? Natalie POV. I was with your mother before she went to see Chase that night. She was upset about your dad rejecting her, and I tried to convince her that Chase couldn't be trusted. She wouldn't listen to me and went anyway. I followed her and stayed hidden in the woods near the cottages. He is staying in with his pack member and some rogues he's gathered. So, you know where he is right now? Yes, I can show you, but I want to rejoin the pack. This is not a negotiation. You don't tell me what I will do, Zane says, and I cower. I am sorry, Alpha. I meant, can I come back to the pack? I promise I will leave Emma and Xander alone. I just don't want to be a rogue anymore. Finish your story, and then we will discuss everything. I waited for a while just watching the cottage for your mother to come out. The next thing I saw was a tall, well-built male wolf walk into the cottage. After about 5 minutes, I watched him carry her body over his shoulder in the direction of our pack. Then I saw Chase yell for a girl, who looked petrified, to come back into the cottage. I ran as fast as I could to get away from that place. I know he would kill me without even thinking twice. I knew I had to let you two know about your mother and help stop that monster. Your mother was my friend, Zane, and I will discuss all you have told us, and we will let you know our decision. Just so you know, I will be consulting with my mate before we make a decision to make sure she is comfortable with this before it ever happens. I understand completely after the way I behaved. I will apologize to Emma too. I have changed, Xander. I understand that you two are mates, and I need to find my own. Xander POV. When we get outside the cell, I turn to Zane. She has become a really good actress, don't you think? Yes, I do, brother. Now we just have to decide how much rope we give her before she hangs herself. I want to know where that bastard is. We can use her for that at least. I will mind link Emma, so we can talk to our mates before we make any moves, but I am sure they will agree with us. Zane smiles, and we walk back to Pack House. To Pack Emma POV. Sarah and I are in my room, talking about Thomas, when I get a mind link from Xander for us to meet them in Zane's office. I cut the link, and Sarah and I start toward the stairs to the alpha floor. When we are walking toward the office, I see one of the Omegas near the door. The girl doesn't realize we are at the end of the hallway. Sarah grabs me, pulling me back, so we can't be seen. That's that bitch Trina, Sarah tells me. What the hell is she doing on this floor without permission? That's what I would like to know. Trina looks around and we watch her go into Zane's office. What the hell is happening? I don't think the guys are even here. Yet I turn to Sarah. We are about to catch a bitch in the act. She smiles. Mind link Zane and tell him what's happening. Sarah, you're no fun. Emma. I see Sarah mind link and she says that Zane and Xander just made it into the Pack House. Let's go see if we can see what's she is up to. We get to the door that is cracked just enough to see in. I can't believe what we are seeing. Sarah is ready to shift and rip this whore apart. I knew that Zane's past hookups would be an issue, but nothing could have prepared me for this. We watch her go from drawer to drawer, placing bras and panties. I feel someone touch my arm, and I almost jump out of my skin. Xander, you scared the hell out of me, I whisper, and he smiles. I tap him on the arm. Zane is now standing next to Xander. I point my finger in the direction of the office, where Trina looks like she is finishing putting the panties around. Just as I am about to open the door, she begins to remove her shirt, and that is when the show is over. I will be damned if my mate sees this SLT naked. I turn to Sarah, and she has murder in her eyes, because she knows now Trina was going to be waiting for Zane naked. She steps in front of me, and Zane takes her hand, walking in with her. Zane POV. After Xander mind links Emma, we are heading from the cells toward the Pack House to meet them in my office. Sarah mind links me. The slutty Omega is going into your office. Oh, shit. Xander, hurry up. Trina is on my floor and going into my office. Sarah will probably kill her. I don't care about Trina, but I don't want Sarah to have that on her conscience. We rush toward the office, seeing Emma and Sarah peeking in my office door. I come up behind Sarah, thankful she didn't go in without me. Emma points to my office, and I see that bitch putting panties in my desk drawer. She is trying to set me up to destroy my relationship with Sarah. She is so joining Donna and Mia for this. Sarah looks at me and I can see anger, but it's not at me. Thankfully, when I look back, I can see that Trina is beginning to take her shirt off. I drop my eyes. I see Sarah start to move, and I take her hand. I keep my head down to not see anything I shouldn't. When we walk in, I hear a gasp. Put your fucking shirt back on, Sarah says. I wait, and when she is done, Sarah says, you can look, Zane. She smiles at me, and I give her a peck. I pick up my head, and I look into the eyes of a very scared Trina. You should be scared. What the fuck were you thinking? Trina POV. I am starting my plan today. I had sex with that Omega Josh. He is supposed to be my mate, but I have told him I am not ready yet to mark. I only want Zane, not him. So I just keep telling him that I am not ready for the last 3 months. My best chance of getting pregnant is with my mate. I laugh at how easy he was to manipulate with the bond. Now, I am going to the office, since I heard the girls talking about Zane being down at the cells. I take a handful of panties and bras so I can put them all around his office. When she finds them, she will freak out and leave. As soon as I am done, I decide to wait for Zane to come back naked. If I am here waiting, he won't be able to resist. He loves to fuck. I start to unbutton my shirt when the door flies open and a pissed-off-looking Sarah comes rushing in. Zane is with her, but he isn't looking at me. "Put your fucking shirt back on." I start to button it, and I look down. Fuck, what am I going to say now? It hasn't been long enough to know if I am pregnant, so I am taking a chance if I lie. What the hell should I do? I hear that bitch say, "You can look, Zane," and I pick my head up to see a very pissed-off alpha. I am a little scared, although I don't think he would hurt me after all we shared. "You should be scared. What the fuck were you thinking?" "Zane," I hear a loud growl. "Alpha Zane," Sarah says. "I have been intimate with you, Alpha Zane. How can you just toss me aside?" Sarah steps in front of me. "You are a bed-warming whore, nothing more, and as of right now you are no longer a member of this pack. You can't banish me. You are not the Alpha." Zane comes up beside her. "You heard my Luna. You are no longer a pack member. I will be calling Elder Shane, and you will be arrested for your treachery against your Alpha and Luna." "She is no Luna of mine." "You are right. I am not your Luna, because you are nothing to this pack anymore." I see Zane mind-linking, and I know he is calling a guard. "You can't do this. I am pregnant with your baby." Zane POV. I hear the words come out of her mouth, and I know it's a lie. I smile and she looks confused. "You're pregnant? That's convenient." I mind-link. "Sarah, that's not true, love. You are the only one that will carry my pup." "I know, Zane, but we need to prove she is a liar before the elder guards come for her." "I am going to prove it right now with Josie's potion." I kept. Sarah smiles at me and nods her head. "I knew you would be happy about the pup. I will give you an heir," Trina says. I laugh and she loses the smile she had on her face. "Why are you laughing? I am serious, Zane." I walk around my desk, and Sarah comes to stand next to me. Emma is looking at Trina with a death stare. After all she endured with deceit, I am sure this is like deja vu. I hate that for her. "Trina, have a seat. We are about to get this all sorted out." She takes a seat and I head over to my safe. I take the potion out and grab a tumbler off my bar. I pour the amount Josie told me would work into the tumbler and hand it to her. "What is this? I can't drink this. I'm pregnant, remember." "I remember, but you can drink it, and you will right now, or I will rip you to shreds myself." She looks like I slapped her, and I would like to after all this bullshit. She drinks the liquid and looks back to me. "I don't understand what is happening." "You are about to know worries." "Trina, did you come in here putting undergarments around to make my mate leave me?" "Yes," she answers, and I can see her eyes widen. "Do you know what's happening now?" "Zane, please don't do this." Sarah takes her by the throat and slams her against the wall. "I told you not to call him by his name, and I won't say it again." She looks to me for help, but that won't be happening. "Love, can you loosen a little so I can ask the next question?" She smiles at me, and I see her fingers loosen around Trina's throat. "Trina, are you pregnant?" "I don't know." "One last question. If you are pregnant, who is the father?" I see her resisting to answer, but she isn't strong enough to overcome the potion. She finally answers, "Josh, my mate." "You are disgusting. You have a mate, and you are trying to take me from mine." "Oi, Zane Wolfe, banish you, Trina Jones, from the Wildfire Pack. You will be placed in the cells until the elder guards arrive to take you into custody." She begins to scream and cry, but I have no sympathy for her. Sarah drops her to the floor and my guards come in and take her out of my office. I tell them not to hurt her in case she is carrying Josh's child. I will let him know what is happening later. Emma POV. As soon as they remove Trina from the office, I look at Zane. I can't believe these crazy women in this pack. I'm sorry, Sarah, I really am. I see Zane say to Sarah before he pulls her into his arms. I know he is sorry for his past, and Sarah seems to be handling it well. I watch her hug him back, and I'm glad that evil woman got what she deserved for trying to hurt their bond. We all sit down to discuss what we originally came here for. Xander explains to me about Natalie and all she said in the cells. I would prefer the next time you go near her. I'm with you not because I don't trust you, Xander, but I don't trust her. Think about the fact that she knew your mother was in danger. She did nothing to help her, and is only here now because it suits her purpose. That's why we want to use her to locate Chase. I am sure she is going to do something again. She can't help herself. I look at Sarah and she nods at me. We trust you both in your plan. Let's locate that bastard and end this. I want to bring our daughter into a peaceful life. Emma POV. We are sitting in Zane's office, waiting for the guards to bring Natalie from the cells. Xander pulls me into his lap. I am sure he can feel my anger through our bond. I am not happy about this girl being here, but I know we need to find Chase before he hurts more people. A few moments later the guard is leading her into the room, and I see her smile at Xander. As soon as she sees me, she puts her head down. Xander is rubbing circles on my baby bump when I feel a flutter in my belly. I grasp his hand and he looks at me. Did you feel that, precious? He mind links me. I chuckle. I kind of have to shiz inside me. I link back. I smile and look back to see that bitch watching us. I will go along with the plan, but I have a feeling she is going to be one dead she-wolf for wanting what is not hers. Natalie sits in front of Zane's desk, and I want this over as quickly as possible. Xander POV. I rise from my seat and kiss Emma on the forehead. I go to stand next to Zane because I will be the one speaking about what the conditions are for her return to the pack. I know in my mind this will be short-lived, but I want this bullshit with Chase over before my daughter is born. I am going to make this perfectly clear. Natalie, I nor Zane are happy about allowing you to return to the pack. However, I and Zane are willing to consider it depending on the information that you provide us regarding Chase. I promise you both I have changed. I know you belong to Emma. She turns toward my mate. I go to stand in front of her. None of this makes you forgiven in my eyes. You pushed my mate, and I won't forget. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt her. I will never do anything against her again. I suggest you stay away from my mate and my pup. I can see the look in her eye when she wants to correct me, but she stays silent. She is definitely going to end up in trouble again. You will have a guard with you until both Zane and I feel comfortable with you being in the pack. If at any time you pose a threat to any pack member, especially Emma or Sarah, your sentence will no longer be banishment. I watch her swallow. It will be death. I understand. I told you I have changed. I will be nothing but respectful. Now, I want a full description of where Chase is and how many warriors or rogues you saw. Natalie begins to describe the area, and that bastard is only about 2 hours from our pack. After we are all done, Natalie gets up to go with the guard to a cottage we have set her up in, and she turns, starting to apologize to Emma. Please don't waste your breath. I do not need nor want your apology. Just stay away from me, Emma says. Okay, Natalie says and walks out of the room. I walk over to Emma and begin to rub her belly. Are you okay, precious? Yes, Xander, I am okay. She kisses me on the cheek. Zane, I know we will be going to Crimson Pack tomorrow, but after that I would like to take care of that asshole. I agree, brother, the sooner the better. Chase POV. Kevin walks into my office after I mind link him. What do you need, Alpha? I want to count on the number of rogues we have recruited to retrieve my mate and pup. I believe we currently stand about 300, but Randall said his cousin may be willing to join us, which will push the numbers to 400. Damn it, I was hoping we would be closer to 600 by now. Are we promising a place in a real pack to these filthy rogues? Yes, Alpha, but unfortunately a lot of them like being rogues, so they don't care about being in a pack. What do they want then? Different things. Some want women, some want money, and some want protection if they want to enter the territory. We won't have money until we get back into our territory, promise them. We will give them all 3 if they fight with us. Yes, Alpha. Kevin leaves my office. I will be coming for you soon, mate, and you will regret the day you rejected me. My phone rings. This is Alpha Chase. I answer. I don't think you really carry that title anymore. What do you want, mother? Why are you calling since you abandoned me? You did this to yourself, Chase, being greedy, and now you are a rogue. Your father is rolling in his grave after what you did to his pack. Is that all you called for, mother? Because I just killed one bitch, I am not above killing you. I would tread very carefully, Chase. I am not one to be threatened. Now shut up and listen. Talk, mother, before I hang up on you. Do you know who is charge of the pack now that you're gone? I assume that Neil was appointed as Alpha until the elders make a decision. You are smarter than you act, my son. Hanging up, mother, get to the point. Do you know who will be stopping by my house in 2 days to check on me out of concern? I am going to take a stab at it and say Neil, mother. That's right, the Alpha of the pack, that is your birthright, will be at my home in 2 days. I smile. Because as much as my mother is a bitch, she helps me. I will see you in 2 days, mother. Goodbye. I hang up and think about how great it will be to be back in my pack house. Sorry, Neil, you picked the wrong side. I chuckle. Xander POV. We are lying in bed after a long day. Are you excited to go back and see your friends at the Crimson Pack tomorrow, precious? Yes and no, I guess, she smiles. What does that mean? I love the people of my old pack, but every time I see them, I feel like I failed them by not being stronger and standing up when I should have. Emma, you are the bravest person I know. It is not the amount of brute strength that makes us strong, it's how we face adversity and rise above it. Most people would never have survived what you did. I am proud every day to be your mate. I rub her belly again. I feel like it's gotten bigger overnight, and it's beautiful. After a few seconds, I feel the flutter again and lean down to talk to my daughter. Emma is rubbing my hair as I talk to her about anything and everything. When I am done, I kiss Emma's belly and then her lips. You are going to be a wonderful father, Xander. I hope so. I can't wait. Have you thought about any names for our princess? I have, but nothing I want to use for her. How about you, love? I was thinking about a family name. My paternal grandmother's name was Scarlet. I love that, Xander. Scarlet Rose Wolfe. I think that's perfect, precious. Emma POV. I show everyone around the pack. We walk to the training area where warriors train, and I see a lot of familiar faces, including a few cousins of Chase. The warriors all bow to us and some still call me Luna. Gentlemen and ladies, you know I am no longer your Luna. You can call me Emma. Most of the group smile, and we turn to leave the training area. Just as we start to walk away, I hear a familiar voice yell my name. Emma, wait up, I hear. I turn to see Benjamin running my way. I feel Xander stiffen next to me, and I take his hand. Hello, Benjamin. How are you? I'm well. I don't mean to disturb you, but I just want to apologize for what happened to you. It's not your fault, Benjamin. You have no control over what your cousin did. I am just glad to see you made the right decision and didn't follow him. How could I after what he did to the elder? I hear a throat clear and look over at Xander with a smile. Benjamin, this is my mate Xander Wolfe. Xander, this is Benjamin Nelson, warrior of the Crimson Pack. He is also Chase's cousin. Please don't hold that against me. If I knew what he was doing to Emma, I would have stopped him myself. I won't as long as you have good intentions, Xander says. I do. I love Emma like family. Xander growls a little and I wrap my arms around his waist. Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you, Xander. It's okay, I say to Benjamin. Keep training hard and have a good day. We walk away and start back toward the Alpha office. When we get inside the pack house, I see a lot of the female Omegas. Looking at me, I take in a deep breath, but I know now that they were probably all part of my pain. Xander must feel my disgust through our bond. He leans in and whispers in my ear. Are you okay, precious? We can head home if not. No, I won't let their disgusting behavior have a minute in mind anymore. I have you. Yes, you do, my love, and I have you. We head up the stairs and head toward an office I know all too well. Xander knocks and Neil opens the door. When I look at him, he has a fresh mark on his neck. And when I look inside, Cassie has one too. You wasted no time. Congratulations, you two. We all go in and have a seat. Neil begins to review everything with Zane, Xander, Elder Shane, Sarah, and myself. Cassie sits next to him listening intently to all the information. When we finish, I can see Neil is doing a great job as Alpha. Thank you, Alpha Neil, for taking care of this pack so well. We will come again, and should you need us, please reach out, Elder Shane tells him. We say the same and get ready to head back to the pack minus one passenger. Sarah and I hug Cassie goodbye and get in with our mates. Unknown POV. I start my patrol and head toward the southern border to meet Chase. When I am just over the border, I see a shadow near the tree. Chase, is that you? Who the hell else would it be out here in these woods? I don't know, I just wanted to make sure, so I don't get myself killed. Now you know I told you I would protect you. Don't you trust me? Of course, I do, or I wouldn't be doing any of this. So, hurry up and tell me what you learned today, so you can get back to the pack. Elder Shane and the Wildfire Pack members came to the pack today. Was she with them, that whore? Yes, she showed everyone around. I also saw that Neil found his mate in a visitor that came with them. Who was she? I believe they called her Cassie. Interesting, so Sarah's cousin is Neil's mate. That could be useful. You did well. Now get back to your patrol and contact me if you get any more information. I will chase and I will do all I can to get you back to your rightful place. I know you will, that's why you are so important to me. I smile and run back toward the border to start my patrol. Zane POV. Elder Shane, I appreciate you stopping by the pack to remove the prisoner we have. Absolutely, Zane, I am glad to serve justice to any wolf who thinks they can break our laws. I will never understand what makes wolves violate their own or someone else's bonds. I am not sure myself, Elder Shane. I could never betray Sarah. You are a good man and Alpha Zane. I will see you soon. Elder Shane and the guards take Trina, one less problem to deal with. I head upstairs and Sarah isn't there. I mind link her and she answers, letting me know she is spending time with Emma. I mind link Xander to see if he wants to hang out. since our mates are together, and what he says makes me angry. I can't tonight, Zane. I told Emma we would have a quiet dinner, and she is in the shower while I am cooking. Sarah isn't with Emma right now. No, I just told you she is the shower. Do you think they are showering together? No, smartass, I don't, but Sarah just lied to me, and I am kind of freaking out. So could you not be a dick? I'm sorry, I am sure there is a good reason. Sarah would never betray you. What if she wants me to feel what she feels every time another one of these crazy she-wolves comes along? I don't think Sarah would do that. She has been very understanding of your past. You need to approach her and ask why she isn't being honest before you jump to crazy conclusions. I know you're right, I am just afraid of what the answer will be. Put your big boy panties on and talk to your wife. She is not a cheater. You're a real asset. Sometimes you know that. I may be, but you know that what I am saying is right, don't you? I do. Now go take care of your mate and my niece. I plan on it, brother. Go handle your business. I cut the link and opened the link to my mate Sarah. Where are you? And don't tell me with Emma, that's a lie. I know she hears me, but I get no response for a few minutes. Zane, it's not what you think. But I can't tell you right now. I growl. You either tell me, or I rip this pack apart to find you. Your choice. Zane, please, don't make me tell you where I am. Just trust me. Now, Sarah, tell me right now. I can't be left in the dark on anything with you. I have the right to some secrets, so you are going to wait till I am ready to tell you. Fine, you leave me no choice. I cut my link with Sarah and send out a massive mind link to the pack members, asking for the whereabouts of my mate. When the first link back is from the pack doctor, I am ready to flip SHT as I run as fast as I can toward the pack hospital. Sarah POV. I haven't been feeling well all day during our visit with Neil. Despite being sick to my stomach, I didn't want to miss seeing everyone in our old pack. I couldn't be happier. My cousin found her mate. Neil is a great man and has become a great alpha. When we approach the training area during the tour, we see the warriors. I can see Benjamin eyeballing me. Thankfully Zane didn't notice, or he would have gone nuts. Benjamin and I at one time thought we would be mates, but when I turned 18 and we weren't, we decided to break things off sooner instead of later. I saw his bitch of a sister training with the warriors too. She was always a conniving person, and we never got along. I always thought she acted more like Chase than she did like Benjamin. After we finished meeting with Neil, I hugged Cassie tight. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have found Zane, so I am happy in a way we helped her find Neil. We hop in Zane's truck and head back to the pack. Sarah, I will be meeting with Elder Shane about taking Trina when we get back. You are welcome to join if you would like. I appreciate the offer, but I think I might go lay down for a while. Is everything okay? You're not sick or anything? No, love, just tired. But I trust you to handle everything with that witch. He lifts my hand to his mouth and kisses it. I hate keeping this from him, but I know he will overreact. When we arrive, Elder Shane and Zane head to the pack house and to his office. I decide I really am going to go rest and hope when I wake up, I will feel better. After about 2 hours, I am not feeling any better, but I still don't want to worry Zane, so I am going to go see Dr. Calvert to see if he can tell me what's going on. Werewolves don't get sick with colds like humans, but we can still get food poisoning or upset stomachs. When I arrive at the hospital, I tell the nurse I need to see Dr. Calvert when he has a free moment. I go to take a seat in the waiting room. Luna, you don't have to wait, the nurse says. Like hell I don't. These other pack members were here before me, and I want them seen before me. The nurse smiles at me. Yes, Luna. The pack members waiting to be seen smile and thank me. That's only right, I am important, as is everyone here. I tell them we sit and make small talk until Dr. Calvert calls me back. When I get into the exam room, Dr. Calvert is smiling. The nurse told me what you did out there. I am impressed by your care for the other pack members. I can say that unfortunately we never saw that with Serena. I feel bad for Thomas again at the mention of Serena, but he is doing really well after all that happened. So, what brings you in today, Luna? I hope nothing serious. No, nothing serious. I have just felt stomach sick all day. I don't know if it is something I ate, but I figured I would come get checked out. Does Alpha know you are here? He looks concerned at what my answer is. No, he doesn't, and I would prefer he didn't, as he worries too much. I am not really comfortable with him not knowing you're here, but I won't bring it up unless he does, Luna. Deal. I understand. I don't want you in trouble. Dr. Calvert takes some blood and does an examination. When he is all done, I am just sitting in the exam room. I get a mind link from Zane, and he wants to know where I am. Shit. I didn't want to lie, but I am almost done. Now I tell him I am going to hang out with Emma for a while and cut the link. Not even 10 minutes go by, and a very irate Zane is mind-linking me about my lie. I tell him I am not going to tell him where I am right now. I should have known it wasn't going to go over well, needless to say. He is pissed. I told him I can have some secrets till I am ready to tell him. That was a mistake, because he cut our link. I wonder what he'll do now since I didn't tell him where I am. He needs to calm down. He knows I would never cheat on him, or he should. A knock sounds on the door and Dr. Calvert walks in with a smile on his face. Luna, I have some good news for you. He stops and I can see he is mind-linking someone. When he looks back at me, I know exactly who it was. What did he say? He sent out a pack link for us to let him know where you are. He is ridiculous, so he knows I am here. Yes, Luna, and he will probably be here before I can finish delivering the news by the sounds of him in the link. No sooner does the doctor say that and Zane bursts through the door with a very angry look on his face. OSHT, his eyes are black, which means his wolf is at the surface. Calm down, Zane, I am fine. Out now, he says to the doctor. I see Dr. Calvert jump and turn for the door. Absolutely not, come back here. I need to know the results of the tests. I see Zane's eye color return to his own, and he comes to stand next to me. This is not over, Sarah. I am sure it's not, but for now, I want to know what the test results are. As I was saying, Luna, the results are good news. You're pregnant with the pack heir. I start to feel warmth all through my body. Pregnant, I'm pregnant. This is amazing. I can't believe it. I turn to Zane, and he is staring at me. Dr. Calvert, can you excuse us for a moment, please? Of course, Luna, I will be back with your vitamins. He leaves and Zane still hasn't said a word. Zane, tell me what you're thinking. Say something. Zane POV. As soon as I bust through the exam room doors, I am ready to take her over my knee in front of the doctor. I don't like being lied to. My wolf is at the surface when I tell the doc to get out. Sarah challenges me all the time and normally I find it sexy, but I am too angry this time. She lied to me about not feeling well and about where she was. When I hear her say she wants her results, I stow my anger for now and my wolf recedes. I can't believe what I am hearing when Dr. Calvert says Sarah is pregnant. I am going to be a father. I am in shock. I don't know what to do. I am still angry, but I can't even hold on to it. After what I just heard, I hear Sarah ask Doc, to leave, and I hear the door shut. I am staring at Sarah. I don't know what to say. I have millions of emotions flowing through me, but happiness wins out. I know this is happening really quick, and I'm sorry if you aren't ready, Zane, but there isn't much we can do now. Is she crazy? Does she think I am not happy? I put my finger to her lip before she can say more. I am happier than I have ever been. I can't wait to be father. I pull her to me and kiss her deeply. When I pull back, I look her in the eyes. But if you ever lie to me again, I will paddle your ass red. I see her blush and I chuckle. I'm sorry, I didn't want you to worry, which obviously didn't work out anyway. That's not how this works, love. We are in it together. No secrets. Promise me, Sarah. I promise, Zane. I reach down to touch her stomach, where my pup grows, and feel peace.